Can you beat? Yes. Yes, you can.
Hatred and prejudice will never be eradicated. And witch hunts will never be about witches. Witchers were made to kill monsters.
Starting the game in my birthday suit, keeping it low accurate.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
I of course wanted to change that right away. This ain't no thirst trap after all. But first, I had to acquire something crucial to this run.
Greetings.
And I'm not talking about some silly maiden. The one who truly has Geralt's heart, Roarch. Would you look at that stud? And I'm not talking about the horse. Now back to the outfit. As the one I want is later in the game, I decided to equip the starting gear I had from picking the prisoner class. Yes, I could have done this earlier, but what's The Witcher without a couple of spicy shots, eh?
Why are you gay?
With Geralt's mini sword covered, it was time to pick up some real ones.
Well, one's for monsters.
Could have used that one a little sooner.
The other for humans.
But let's pause for a second. Our Claymore, the monster slaying weapon, required 16 strength, something I don't have right now. So it was time for the strongest force in Elden Ring to play its part, gravity. Well, there goes the wild hunt. If your friend told you to jump off a bridge, would you? Yes. Putting our silver sword to the test, I used it to slay the banished knight in order to loot his greatsword. First try? Let's fucking go! I now had steel, silver, and my first ever Witcher contract. Margit, the fellow.
Tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring.
Who'd pose no threat because
Put these foolish ambitions to rest.
as I was saying no threat because I have played this game before.
I said I played these games before!
Now, as a Witcher, I need to know the habits, locations, and weaknesses of my prey. I want that
Knowledge.
A great example of this was our next boss, Renala, whose biggest weakness, and I think this goes for most enemies, was my massive steel sword.
Massive, dude.
Yeah, I died. Against Renala. Against fucking Renala.
Little Rani, my dear daughter.
Defeating a magic user reminded me of my own. The magic of friendship, if you like and subscribe. Psych! I'm talking about Igni. I'm talking about Quen. We have Ard. Erden. And finally Axie. Which I use sleep pots for, because even after the DLC, sleep is still the most overshadowed element of the game. But hold up. Waves of Darkness for Erden, that's quite the leap. To acquire said spell, I had to go on a small detour, and by that, I mean travel to Ranni's Rise and up the tower where I first met Sophia. Sorry, I mean Ranni. Played Liza P recently. I then travelled to Caelid where I started the Festival of Champions.
Champions! Welcome!
Here I slapped Radahn a couple of times. Without the homies, because everyone in the Witcher universe is racist.
You black ones aren't so scary after all.
This sent a meteorite towards Leyndell, opening a gaping hole. I'll let you finish the joke. Here I found an imposter. Haha, funny Spider-Man meme. I'm running out of air here. Continuing in the underground, I picked up the Finger Slayer blade for Rani, which meant I could now use her portal. One awkward conversation trying to talk to a doll later.
A dogged fellow, aren't we? Or is it merely thy habit to talk to dolls?
Based? I met Blythe, Welsh name, also based. Killed him.
Beautifully fought.
Double based. Ran through the entire Lake of Rot. Please, please, I'm right there. Why show me gold if I can't touch it? And finally made it to Estelle. And that, my friends, is how we acquired Elden Ring's version of Erdtree. Just a small detour. The only downside to this Ash of War is it can't be equipped on my current weapons. So I picked up the Zweihand as a substitute, although I'll only be using it for this one thing. Whilst I was doing this, a new bounty was posted, Margit the Omen King. But I wasn't going in empty-handed. Due to my, research, I found someone selling his shackle for coin. This was enough to ensure victory in the hunt.
What is thy business with these thrones?
Witchers were made to kill monsters. It doesn't matter who posted the notice. The coin has to be right, that's all. Witchers don't debate. Their conscience plays no part. They just get on with it, then pick up the coin pouch tossed at their feet and set off on their way. Folk don't expect witchers to save them from themselves.
The thrones, stained by my curse, such shame they cannot bear. Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
GG's. Now, as the bosses were about to ramp up in difficulty, I couldn't walk around as a chill guy anymore. The attire had to change. Our battle gear, the Militia Greaves, leather gloves, and Ronin armor. I did have to bonk someone to get this, but his mind was already long gone.
May chaos take the world. May chaos take the world!
Who is this guy? Kanye on Twitter? And this wasn't our only change. I also unlocked the ability to use Witcher enchantments. These allowed me to transfer my signs onto my weapons, or as I like to call them, excuses to output more damage during the Fire Giant fight, because I fucking hate that guy. The Fire Giant is weak to magic damage, and strong to Frostbite. So it comes to no surprise, I chose Frostbite to put on my weapon. That's right, Geralt might be smart, but I am retarded. I saw blue and assumed it was right, even though the game spelled it out for me. I not only made a bad boss worse by prolonging the fight, but also paid the price by dying multiple times. Yes, so easy. Earlier in the run, I mentioned sleep being overshadowed. With this in mind, I picked up a weapon I intentionally overlooked to create a balance, the light crossbow. My plan, to use a combination of sleep pots and sleep crossbow bolts to put the Godskin duo asleep, because no one's ever done that one before. I could then apply bleed to my weapon, which is actually their weakness this time, and enjoy an easy fight. Enjoy an easy fight. I said, enjoy an easy fight. Oh my god. The monstrosities that took place here. My ego, demolished. We can recover. After getting gifted half of the secret medallion.
I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemonger's hands.
I found the second half in Castle Sol. Commander Nile, your sacrifice will not be in vain. With the secret medallion, I could enter the consecrated snowfield. Instead of making my way to Mother Malenia, however, I had other plans. Through the portal, into the Lord of Blood's domain. It's a bloody mess. That's where it is. This is where I came across Morg, who I initially thought was a
vampire. Probably regenerates here.
Just 5 more minutes. Is it 13:58 yet?
No.
Then fuck off.
Surprisingly, this battle went well for once. We're finally playing like The Witcher. We were made to be. I think we just about miss out on skipping phase 2. Yeah, 1 bleed shy. Nicely done.
I can see it as clear as day. Of our dynasty.
Morg was just the beginning. I could now enter the realm of shadow. Which we were gonna need some upgrades for. I picked up the Flame Grant Me Strength and Golden Vow buffs. You know when these would have been handy? The beginning of the fucking game. New Ashes of War, which I'll keep a surprise for now.
Claim the tradition as you have. The lore of surprise.
And our biggest change, new craftables, the Witcher bombs. Now if we take a look at the map, the bottom left is the dragon domain. But as they're intelligent creatures, we don't kill those. This leaves me with 3 options. Woman, I already have 3. Lion, I'd be lying if I told you I liked this fight. And finally, handsome, awesome, best boy, funniest and coolest. That is the 18-inch Impaler, Mesmer. I think you can guess which one I chose. No, I got hit. So toxic, man. That's more like it. Such a fire boss. Speaking of fire, our next prey definitely didn't want to catch these flames.
What the fuck was that?
Is that a dandelion reference? Because, you know, this boss is a flower and dandelion from Witcher 3 is named after a flower. Anyone?
Fuck off.
I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. The Erdtree avatar is 3 phases of pain. That pain not coming from the boss itself, but having 3 rounds of listening to my terrible jokes. Hey guys, why does Geralt hate fighting flowers? Because he knew he'd end up covered in dandelion dust. Yes, a tough fight it was indeed, however I came out victorious without dying of cringe. After travelling through Shadowkeep's forbidden backdoor, I came across a half-man, half-beast. Choosing the lesser evil, I tried reasoning with him many times. I don't want to hunt you, please, god damn it. Until phase 2, when I finally snapped.
Pay attention now. Took me a long time to find you. Wasn't an easy road to travel. I'm angry and tired. Had to kill a lot of people along the way. Some of them tried to cheat me. Some tried to lie. I didn't like it one bit. I feel like one more lie'd be the last bitter drop in a chalice full of sorrow. And then I'd do something I would later regret.
That's what happens when you fuck around with a Witcher, baby. I gave you many a chance. In a world full of monsters, there was truly no break for a Witcher. Before I knew it, another contract was posted. Ronin, Saint of the Bud, whose scariest feature was the fact she was of the female species. I asked if her favourite colour was blue, should have said pink, ran out of things to say, so killed her on the spot. W Riz? GG's. Before we continue to burn the Erdtree, let's take a step back to a place consumed by the Lord of Madness, Midra. This is where I tested the true power of Witcher bombs. 2 for frost.
I mean, it's alright, like...
And 5 for poison.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
I spent multiple hours farming items, so I could throw pots at a senior citizen with 47,000 HP. But I did learn this new cool dodge, so...
Wow.
Who's the real winner here? Nice! Light work for a Witcher. Wanna play some Gwent? He's jumping at the opportunity. It doesn't matter if we're in a life or death situation. Gwent comes first. And so do I. Ignore what I just said. They made a side game for Gwent, and I have more hours in that than I do the entirety of The Witcher 3. It's so goated, man. Highly recommend. Nice stagger. Money shot. GG's. Witches may hunt monsters, but they're also
the ultimate killing machines.
And who says humans can't be monsters themselves?
Lord of the Erdtree, Lord of Margit, reckoning.
Oh my god, that was clean. Movement as smooth as, well, I guess a Witcher, right?
I'm sorry for speaking to you as a compatriot when you stood before the withered arm.
Before the finale of Elden Ring's DLC, let's head back into the base game. But as we're now over leveled, I decided to style on Malekith. By getting hit multiple times. Yes, I'm supposed to be good at this game. Something many people overlook with this boss is the Blasphemous Claw item that lets you parry his attacks. And if anyone's gonna do it, you bet your goddamn ass it was going to be Geralt, Big Boy Rivia. It's so goddamn easy. Give bro a migraine.
Witness tarnished. I covered destined death. To kill what?
Our journey continues. This time, another human stood in my way. But I was more than happy to slay him, because I finally have an excuse to use Ard.
Ooh, you're hard.
Gideon, are you ready to get hard? Gideon, you get me so hard. Okay, I'm pushing it. Not today, buddy. Get that spell casting out of you. I'd say GG, but you normally spam me with spells, so you can...
Fuck off!
As nothing interesting happened, I'm going to skip Horaloo. This leaves us with a double finale. First,
My loyal blade and champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
If I'm to choose between a greater and lesser evil, I'd rather not choose at all. Usually, though, the stakes are just too damn high. Sometimes in choosing a greater evil, you do good, albeit in a small way. I couldn't know Anna would die. You make your choice, and never look back.
I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Elia has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? In a time past, the gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years. But a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.